This week, I am going to be using this kit called Snow from the shop Whimsical Plans to do some memory keeping in my planner for the week of January 16th through the 22nd, 2023. I have been gravitating towards kind of wintry or snowy looking kits with a lot of blues and purples for my memory keeping planner for January 2023, which you can kind of tell from all of the other sticker kits that are kind of cluttering up my desk here. I really like to have kind of a cohesive theme or color scheme for any given month in my memory keeping planners, at least when I'm using sticker kits like this. I personally just find it really satisfying to have all of these kits be matching but still have different artwork, or even use the same artwork but in some different variety or something because it's a different sticker shop that's using it differently. I don't know. Plus, I feel like back in the day, a lot of planners used to have a certain color for each month, so I don't know, maybe that's where that came from. But I've been doing this for a while where I choose a certain set of colors that I want for a specific month in my memory keeping planner, and it works for me. So I'm kind of continuing along with that, especially if I'm using these structured sticker kits. There's so many different options for sticker kits out there, so it does help kind of keep me on track or keep me from feeling overwhelmed with all the choices if I'm like, okay, this is the specific set of colors or whatever that I'm looking for a certain week, so that it's not just like a total overwhelming number of options. I don't know. Let me know down below if you're someone who does decorative planning, how you choose your sticker kits for the week. Do you go by color, by like holiday, seasonal stuff? Is it just whatever kit you really like at that point? Do you have affiliate links and so you choose based off of certain shops that you're connected with? Let me know. I haven't actually purchased sticker kits in a while since I bought a ton a few years ago to kind of catch up in my memory keeping planning, which I'm only just now starting to get back into. So I have mentioned this before in other videos, but if you're interested in any of the stickers that you see me using today, I am going to be linking down in the description, or not linking, I'll be mentioning in the description box below any sticker shops or anything that I'm using to the best of my abilities. But most of these stickers are at least a couple years old. So first of all, I might not be able to find where I got some of these stickers. Some of these shops might not be around anymore, or these shops still sell the sticker, but it's like a different format or something now. So just as a disclaimer, heads up, I am essentially sharing with you right now my experience of memory keeping without, providing a super great way of getting a hold of these materials, unfortunately. So I'm sorry about that. But okay, so getting into the actual memory keeping of this planner. So this week, it's still winter, January at this time, looking back, January 2023. So not too much going on in my life, still dealing with some post-holiday recovery, since usually Christmas and New Year's kind of do a toll on my mental health. So just trying to get back on track from that. And then also work just being really busy. There aren't too many specific tasks that I had for work this week, so my little to-do list was pretty short. It was mostly just, what can I do to keep my head above water and just try to stay on track as best as I could. I do also like to do some recovery tracking for eating disorder recovery. I might get into that at some point in some video, but for now, I am keeping that information private. I also was wanting to try to start practicing piano this week, which had the best intentions, so I am putting down a habit tracker to show that it's something that I was interested in doing during this week, because I do think it's nice to see kind of where my head was at a given time, since I do use these memory keeping planners kind of like a journal. But you'll see at the end of the video, once we get into filling out the page, I did not do a single minute of practicing the piano on any day this week. So, yeah. So this week, as far as like dates go, it was Martin Luther King Jr. Day, which I do know that I got that sticker from PM Design. And then I also marked that it's a bank holiday with a script sticker that I have from Happy Cutie Studio. This week in January is also kind of the week of birthdays for me, and keeping track of friends and family. My sister's birthday is this week. My cousin's birthday is this week. One of my best friend's birthday is this week. My half birthday is this week, which isn't like a huge deal, but it's kind of interesting that there's so much birthday stuff going on this week. My family has a lot of birthdays in July as well. So it's like this week and then all of July is when all of the birthdays that I keep track of pop up. I feel like that's kind of a thing. It's like not July or this week specifically, but I feel like a lot of people that I talk to have like, oh yeah, my family were all born in this month or whatever. So if that's something that you deal with, I'm curious to know. Comment down below, what is the month that a lot of people in your family have birthdays in, if you have like that kind of month. I don't know. This week was also pretty wintry as far as weather goes. So on Thursday, it was relatively windy. And then on Sunday, we got a lot of snow. Right now, what you're seeing on screen is me just kind of going through a lot of the repeating tasks that I don't want to have to keep going back in and finding the same sticker sheet for. So I did want to mark down that I had my regular personal training workout routine on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then a couple weigh-ins, which I don't always like to track. It just kind of depends on where I'm at in my eating disorder recovery. So it looks like it was something that I was probably working on with my dietitian just to kind of get an idea of where I was at. Apparently this Monday I was taking things pretty easy and didn't have too much going on. If you saw my last plan with me, you'll know that the Sunday beforehand was pretty rough, so I probably was just not in the mood for much on this day. I did get Dunkin' right after my workout since it's on the way home, which not the healthiest decision, but you know, it is what it is. I door-dashed McDonald's later, so another not so healthy decision. But I did order Girl Scout cookies that Monday, so it's, you know, par for the course, I guess. But on Tuesday, I did do something a little bit productive. I had a meeting at work, and so I did actually like try to look nice and do my hair and makeup, which is not something that I typically do on a work day since I work from home, but I did get that done. Also got some sticker organization done, and then just some kind of miscellaneous tasks around the house, like taking out the trash, picking up groceries, getting some stuff out of my mailbox. I got some orders in from Blue Scooter Press and HelloFresh that day. So not a super productive day, but it definitely seemed like I was starting to recover a little bit after Sunday. And then after taking some time to, you know, just do what I needed to do on Monday. And then Tuesday, we were starting to get back on track, or at least for me. I know I don't live a super exciting life living by myself and working from home, so even on like a normal productive day, not too much is going on. But I can tell from how I wrote my notes and stuff and my functional planner, I was definitely feeling a lot better. On Wednesday, I made a smoothie. I always have an intention of like consistently making smoothies. I really love smoothies. I like how they taste. I like being able to have something to sip on. And I like being able to kind of cram a lot of nutrients into like one thing that still ends up tasting really good. And I always feel great when I make my little smoothies. And I'm like, wow, why don't I do this more often? And then it comes to actually cleaning the dishes and stuff afterwards. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is why I don't do this that often. So, but I do want to drink more smoothies and make more smoothies because they're delicious and they work really well for me. So I do have a sticker to mark when I do eventually have smoothies, which apparently is what I did on Wednesday. On Thursday, I had a meeting. I'm going to end up changing this computer sticker here pretty soon, so don't be too shocked. And I did do some cooking. I had a HelloFresh meal kit for one pot chicken sausage and kale soup, which is one of my favorite HelloFresh meals. I've started to become more of a soup person as I've gotten older. I didn't used to like soup, but now I love soup. So part of me wonders if maybe like growing up, I just didn't know what soups I like and was gravitating to the wrong soups. I don't know. I hope that I can do something like that with tea, because I don't necessarily like tea, and people are always like, everyone likes tea, you just need to find the right one. So I don't know, maybe whatever happened to me with soup will happen with tea. So if you have any tea recommendations, please let me know. I will tell you that I like a good chai latte. I like those kind of spiced black tea kind of flavors. I don't like anything that's too herbal or earthy. I definitely kind of gravitate towards the darker, spicier kind of flavors. So yeah, just let me know if you have any good tea recommendations. Ooh, catching up with the plan with me. Okay, Friday, not too much going on. I did work super late, did some filming, and worked on some friendship bracelets. Saturday, really not much going on at all. Got some more DoorDash, and I was up late again working on some memory keeping. Sunday, my brother was in town. He was living out of state for a while, participating in the Marines, and he was in town for a little bit, so I wanted to mark down that he is in his home state. And then youth ministry was getting back up and running after being out from Christmas break. To fill out this spread, I used a black Tombow Funosoki pen, brush pen, and then for the stuff that I didn't want to have to spend too much time working on lettering, I used a dark blue Pilot G2 pen. So this is how it all looks filled out for the most part. There's some smudges, but I'm pretty happy with how things turned out. What do you think?